The paradox is that the more opportunities a student has, the less he uses them. Distant education offers many benefits that you probably already know about. Time saving, no need to waste time on the road. Money saving, you can study in an educational institution from anywhere in the world and you don't have to move there. But while being a friend to a student, distant learning is his enemy at the same time, especially when it's allowed to watch lectures in the recording at your convenience. Where there is no person to control the process, a teacher or a lecturer, it will be more difficult to make yourself do something. But lack of self-discipline is not a reason to abandon studies. On the contrary, it's a reason to work on yourself so that studying would bring you joy. In this video, we'll consider several life hacks allowing to make distant learning easier and take from it as much as possible. Create an appropriate atmosphere. The main reason why students still don't take distant education seriously is watching lectures while sitting in the bed with a cup of cacao in their hands. Since the bed is a place for rest and we associate hot cacao and pajamas with coffee breaks, it's impossible to study in such conditions. Therefore, rule number 1, despite the fact that you can study literally anywhere you want, it's necessary to find a place that will motivate you to study. Well, it can be a library, cafe, or even a room at home, but there has to be a working place. Our brain is very cunning, it won't work in the atmosphere that doesn't dispose to this. Appearance is also important. As it was said, pajamas and other home clothes suggest that you can relax, so it is better to have special clothes for studying. This way, flopping into bed will also not be so tempting. By the way, the bed should be made and the mess on your desk should be cleaned out. This is another trick which makes us think that we have to work even though we're at home. In some American schools, for example, they teach how to make the bed and clean the room. Yes, guys, it is taught at schools. By the way, if you're interested in foreign schools, visit smapse.com. There you'll find plenty of options in different countries. Try something new. Stability is good, but sometimes it gets boring and then motivation and productivity decrease. New circumstances won't allow brain to relax. For example, a new place. It will be the best if it motivates you to study. It can be a library or a co-working space where there will be other students working or studying. Especially considering the fact that there are many libraries with a really beautiful and atmospheric reading halls. Let's take Russia. In St. Petersburg, for instance, there is a Gogol's library carried out in modern youth fashion and decorated with a bright furniture. Apart from the reading hall, there are recreation areas equipped with armchairs where you can play table or computer games between lectures. In the Krasov Central Library in Moscow, you can find a cozy space for reading literally inside bookshelves. As co-working spaces, of course, you will have to pay for it, but it can motivate you to study even more. Once you've paid money for productive learning, you don't want to be distracted and really do start learning. Also in Moscow, there is Tablitsa co-working at Mendelevsky Street. Besides working area, there is also a park on the roof and a restaurant, and yoga classes are held here once a week, which is already included in the cost of renting a workspace. Control nutrition, sleep and physical activity. By the way, about yoga, a good thing about this opportunity in the co-working is that you can take a break for a physical activity, which will help to relax and relieve stress, and then go on with your work with renewed energy. Of course, this greatly affects performance. Even Harvard scientific publications say that exercise contributes to the production of new neuronal cells responsible for learning and memory. A huge disadvantage of distant learning is that you sit at home all the time. Leave it. Take the laptop or book with you and go to some park. Find a cafe where you can study next to the gym or treadmill. Make a plan for yourself. 2 hours of study, then 1 hour of running on a treadmill and 2 hours of study again. Some students sin by putting all of their studies until later, and the temptation is especially strong when studying takes place online. When the time comes to tests and exams, they try to make it at the sacrifice of rest and sleep, and even if it seems that a lot can be done over the last night, the night studies will be of no use because the brain will be overloaded and information will be assimilated much slower due to lack of sleep. So it is for your own benefit to sort out your sleep and organize your studies so that you can do everything in time. Another student guilty pleasure is eating fast food or having snacks instead of a full-fledged meal. but it is proper nutrition full of healthy ferments and vitamins that helps to provide the harmonious work of the body. Red Bull energy drinks and chocolate only quickens the heartbeat and increases stress level, and hence inflammation is assimilated significantly worse. Any kind of chocolate, chips, any sweet soda quickly dissolve in your body, so you want to eat again. Because of hunger, you're unable to process information and you rush to the new portion of chocolate and Red Bull. And now to the main part. Work on self-discipline. All mentioned above advices won't work if you have problems with discipline, and sadly you can't develop it straight away. That's where the technique of small steps comes. Start with just one thing and then gradually add new challenges. The best is to start working on your disciplining from the very beginning of the day, that is from getting up. Let your first challenge be getting out of bed right after the first wake-up call. If you got used to constantly shift it, you could try slowly getting ready for the day with a full-fledged breakfast. If you used to wake up 5 minutes before the start of a lecture, washing up in a hurry, or eating a sandwich even when the teacher was already connecting to the conference, you know better than anyone what your weaknesses are and where to start. Rituals. No guys, we won't go to Secrets of the Witch store, not now. There is such a technique in coaching called anchoring. Its idea is that in order to set yourself up for a certain activities, you drop an anchor. For example, wear only lucky clothes. Start your working day with a glass of freshly squeezed juice. Make yourself the most delicious breakfast after waking up. This way, lucky clothes set the tone for exams. A glass of fresh juice indicates the beginning of work, and a delicious breakfast is the starting point for a wonderful day. Most likely you already created such rituals or anchors yourself, but just didn't pay enough attention to them. Think about what would help you feel better and be more effective if you are forced to study at home. What clothes will set you up for working day? What lunch will help to rest and start working with a renewed vigor? What ritual would you like to do every morning that would make you get out of bed immediately? Our life consists of small things, and it'd be great and useful if we chose those small things that help us to become better. Well, if the video was useful, don't forget to smash the like button and of course share your life hacks on how to study effectively if you have some. And don't forget to subscribe to learn more about the world of international education.